Hi everyone, it's Peggy Merwin with Stamp with Peggy. Sorry I'm late. I'm running trying to gather and make sure I have everything. Hopefully I do. Today is Monday, May 15th. This month is half over, so we have 2 more Facebook Lives this month, maybe. 1 for sure. Next Monday, I'm not positive, so we will see how that goes. Hi, Jackie. Thanks for joining me. So hopefully everybody had a wonderful weekend and a very happy Mother's Day. Who do we have? Hi, Jackie. We had a good weekend. Tina and I had our demonstrator event on Saturday. We stamped with 35 ladies, and that was fabulous. Hi, Becky. And then we left from there and we went up to my mom's and visited my mom and dad and spent the day that evening. My brother was there too, so we did some card playing, just the 5 adults. It was wonderful. And then we stayed overnight and had breakfast with mom on Sunday and then came back home, talked to both of my kids, FaceTimed with one, talked to the other one while I was driving home. So that was wonderful. Got home and Tony had planted some flowers for me and then he cooked dinner for me. So it was a very nice weekend. Weather was kind of yucky yesterday, but other than that, it was fabulous. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Mary Beth. And I'm trying to think who else I saw. Okay, so give me a minute to get myself up here. So what did you guys all do this weekend? I want to be able to see some comments here. All right. We got Mary Beth. Hi, Wendy and Sharon. And I can't see everybody else in there. So make sure that you do comment and post and like and share and tag other friends so that we have others watching. Hi, Diane. Remember that I do drawings every week from those who share, comment, like, tag, all the fun stuff. So winners for this week. First one is the enamel. Let's double check on this one. Enamel Dots Essentials. Okay. And the winner of this one is Luann. Luann, I never know for sure. Knoll. I don't know if it's Knoll or Knoll. So we're going to go both ways. And then the second one is the adhesive back studs. These things are so fun to add on to your cards. And Sharon Levodnik, these will be going out in the mail to you. Okay. I am really trying hard this week to get caught up on everything before we leave on our trip. Thank you so much, Wendy, for sharing. And somebody else, what did Annie say? Brunch with Jen and family. I saw a lovely picture with everybody. Cheryl did some stamping. Yay. That's always a wonderful thing. Hi, Roseanne. Okay, so tonight I am doing the drum roll for the winner of April's Card Sketch Challenge. You guys did a fabulous job. I loved all of these cards. They were phenomenal. We ended up with, I think I had 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 people participate this year, or this month. So that was awesome. You made me so happy. 4 more and we hit my goal of 20. Okay, so that is phenomenal. And I forgot again to print off the picture of the winning card, but I will pull and post that. I completely forgot to pull that. The winner is, drum roll, Kristen. And Kristen, I don't know for sure how to pronounce your name. Jackie, help me out with this. It's Jackie's daughter, Kristen, and I think it's Seidel. Seidel, if I remember correctly. I didn't write the second name down or last name. Hi, Becky. Oh, yay, a picnic with family. Man, you had better weather than we did here because it was not a picnic day. So, Kristen, congratulations. You get sounds like Seidel. Seidel? Seidel? Okay. Kristen gets a $25 gift or shopping spree. So Jackie, make sure you let her know that and get me what she wants. And I will make sure that I get it ordered and to her. Okay. So congratulations. So tonight we are going to do May's Card Sketch Challenge. Okay. So you have 2 weeks. You have 16 days to get your card made and posted. Share it with everybody. Annie, you need to get Tina to do this month. We need to have 20 people participate. If we can get 20 cards posted on my Stamp with Peggy VIP page, I will do 2 gift certificates next month, okay? Or at the end of June when I draw from this month's people, okay? So that's our goal, 20 cards, and I'll do 2 gift certificates next month. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and go down on the counter here, and we're going to talk about this month's card sketch. So bear with me for a second. Okay, we're down there, so you don't have to look up at me. And let's get this redone. Here we go, coming back up. Okay, now let's get this scooted forward a little bit at least. Okay, I'm trying to see my screen. Okay, well, we're crooked as all. How's that? Not too bad there. Okay, remember this card we did last week? Okay, with the kind of pop-out center, right? Well, I decided, and there were a couple of you that said, ooh, is that this month's card sketch challenge? Yes, it is. However, today's card's going to be vertical instead of horizontal. So you can do your card sketch, or you can do your part either direction. And tonight we are using the beautiful balloons. Okay, the bundle. Oh, good. Jackie's already got all kinds of ideas. Fabulous. So we're using the balloons, the dies, and the stamp set. Okay, and we're using the coordinating paper. And I forgot to pull out colors. We showed this a couple weeks ago. It's just got some really bright, fun, different colors and patterns and things in here. So it is phenomenal. All right, so we're going to scoot that stuff all out of the way. We've got great birthday sayings in here. Look, we've got little tassels. We've got string for the ribbons. So all kinds of fun things. So I'm not going to show you the card first. We're just going to make it. You've already seen part of it, so... Okay, so we are starting with a basic white, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Okay, so it's an up and down. All right, what's Annie say? Yay, I saved the card I made in case you decided to go with this one. That's awesome. Okay, so we're folding it in half. We're using our bone folder to make sure it's nice and crisp. Okay, then we have a piece of Azure Afternoon that is 3 inches by 5.5. That's going to end up going right here. And then we have a piece of Lemon Lolly that is 2 3/4 by 5.5. Oh, I got something on that one. Okay, let's flip it over. That's going to go right here. Then I have a piece of my designer paper that is 2.5 inches by 5 1/4. Okay, now remember, this was last week's. Completely different front. So the front of your card can be anything. It's the inside that needs to have the little pop out. So you can get very creative. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and adhere all these layers down. Okay, and so I chose this piece of designer paper with all the different colors because you can coordinate all kinds of things. All right, so let's get this lined up. I don't know, I've got my camera in a different spot tonight, I think. It's right in my face. Okay, then we're going to put the Lemon Lolly on the Azure Afternoon. Check it out, I did 1/4 inch borders this time. I didn't do 1/8 inch. And then we're going to go ahead and attach this onto our basic white, thick basic white card base. Okay. And we're going to pull over here, and we're not going to center it. We're pulling it over to the left so that we have just a smaller area than on the right. If you're a little bit longer and hanging over, then you can take and snip that with your paper snips. This time I'm pretty good. Okay. All right. Then, and I want to show you, where are the dies? Okay. So let's look at the dies a little bit. We've got a big balloon, we've got a medium balloon, we've got a medium balloon, a smaller one, and then a little one. But then check this one out. We have 3 different balloons all together. Kind of a big bouquet already there. Okay, so I started with a basic white of that, but then there are flashes of color every now and then. Uh-oh. Is it doing it for everybody? Mine looks okay at the moment. Okay, so I have that. Then I took another piece of basic white and I used this stamp and I stamped it in Azure Afternoon and I die cut it so that I have this, just a nice pretty blue. And so we are going to take our dimensionals. Okay, Sharon, what do we got? You're doing some spinning. Well, that's not good. It's looking like I've got good internet, so hopefully everything is okay for most. Okay, so I'm using dimensionals, of course. Oops, looks like I need to cut some more. Hi, Ruth. Thanks for joining. It was good to spend Saturday with you. Okay, so I put dimensionals around the outside edges of the larger balloon. And we are going to just attach it. Whoops, not yet, we're not. We got to do some stamping on this one first. Okay, so these two, so I'm going to attach this one, but I'm going to stamp these two. Okay, so I have one of the medium stamps, and I have Lemon Lolly, and I have my stamp pad because we have photopolymer stamps, and you know you like a little bit of extra foam for those. Okay, and so we're just going to lay it right over the top of the cutout. And there's a balloon. And then I have a little confetti, kind of polka dots and stuff. And we're just going to stamp that on this one. So we've just got some kind of light yellow going on. Go ahead and go right over to make sure you're getting covered as much as you want. Okay. Oops, I'm missing some pieces here in my envelope. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and attach the Azure Afternoon. Look at how cute that is. Okay. All right, so now we're going to attach that onto here, but we need some strings, right? Okay, it's kind of weird that it's doing it for everybody then, isn't it? Or for most. Well, fingers crossed that we can make it through then, right? Okay, so then I have some linen threads, and I'm just going to cut 3 pieces in kind of assorted lengths. And then I'm going to do one longer one because I want to be able to tie a bow and tie my bouquet or my balloon bunch together. Okay, so now let's see. We attached this with dimensionals. Okay, so we're going to just put our twine on there, and we're going to put a piece of dimensional over the top of it. And then we're going to add another twine and another dimensional. And then our last balloon and a piece of dimensional. Okay, those dimensionals will hold our linen threads on. And then we're going to add some more dimensional chunks so that we can attach our balloons. Okay, Annie, thank you so much for sharing the video. Come on. Okay, did I get them all? Nope. Well, I still didn't. Okay, So then I'm going to go ahead and attach my balloons, and I'm going to stay up towards the top. Okay, now I'm going to take my other piece of twine or thread, and I'm just going to tie these 3 all together. This is when I should have brought over my tweezers, locking tweezers that will hold them all in place. Okay. And we're going to scoot it a little bit. And then we're going to tie. So we've got an adorable little balloon bouquet. Okay. We'll do some trimming in a little bit. Okay, let's get that one tightened a little. Okay, and then I took a piece of Azure that is 7/8 of an inch by 2 7/8, and then basic white that is 3/4 of an inch by 2 7/8, or 2 3/4. And then we're just going to adhere those together. This time I did do an 1/8 of an inch border. And we're going to attach this to the front of our card with dimensionals. Okay, let's get those out of the way. Peel those backings off. Okay, and then we're going to attach this to the front of our card, right over the top of our balloons, strings. Okay, and then we're going to pull the strings from this one up here, and we're going to snip those off. And then we're going to snip these off down here, kind of even with the bottom of our card. Adorable, just by itself. But now we need to do our little mechanism for the inside. Okay, so I am doing hi Connie, thanks for joining. I've got the lemon lolly. This time it's 1 1/4 by 8 1/2. And it's scored at 2 1/8, 4 1/4, and 6 3/8. So it's into 4 pieces. We're going to fold it in half, and then we're going to fold those edges back. Okay, and make sure that you get them nice and crisp so that they will fold well inside your card. Okay, so we're going to get that really well. So again, that's the one that's going to go inside here. But before we do that, okay, I started with 4 pieces of Azure Afternoon, and they are 2 3/8 by 1 7/8. Okay, and we're going to glue those like we did before onto the back of the lemon lolly. So we're going to leave a little bit of an edge, and we're just going to put adhesive on all 4 sections. And again, I'm not going completely to the score lines. I'm staying inside a little bit because our pieces are just a little bit narrower. Okay, and so then let's get those lined up. We're going to start with the first one, and we're just going to go about in half. Yeah, let's get that straight. Okay, and then we're going to do side to side. Okay, there's one. And then, nope, I don't want to move that yet. Then we're going to line the next one up so that the top edges are even. Okay, and then we're going to scoot this and center it. Like that. Hi, Sonia. Thank you for joining. Okay, then we're going to do the next one. And again, if we keep the top edges on that line, they will all be even or pretty close to even. And our lemon lolly will go across straight. Okay, and one last one. And there we have that. Okay, so now we have our piece to go inside. And it will get adhered edge to edge. And then it will fold and go right inside our card. Okay, so now let's make this pretty. First, I have 2 pieces of the designer paper that are 2 1/4 by 1 3/4. So we're going to do those on the 2nd and the 4th panel. So we have some fun stars to go with our balloons. Okay, so we got the 2nd and the 4th. Okay, and then I have basic whites to go on here, but let's build on them before we do that. Okay, so I took the big stamp and I stamped it twice in Azure Afternoon and then once in Lemon Lolly. And then I used dies. So I used this one, this open one, and this small one to cut out. Okay, we have one big one and then a big one and a small one. And we're going to put those onto those panels. But again, we need some of the twine or linen thread. But these can be little pieces. But we're still going to tie some bows for the inside. Okay. So then again, oops. We're just going to put adhesive on the back of our balloons. This time we are not going to use dimensionals because I don't want to add any more thickness to the inside of my card. All right, so we're going to put one on there. Excuse me. And one on there. And then we're going to attach our balloons. Okay, we're going to go kind of like that. And then we're going to overlap the blue one. And then we're going to take one of our little bit longer pieces and we're going to tie these together because I just can't handle those little strings flying in the air. We're going to lose one if we don't tie them together, right? Okay. And so we're going to do that and that. Okay, now remember this is going to be our card sketch, but you can use any stamp set, any designer paper, as long as it's Stampin' Up. Please don't use something that's not Stampin' Up. Okay, we'll trim the rest of that off later, but that's going to go over here on this outside panel. So let's go ahead and stick that one on. Get that centered in there. Okay, then we're going to put our bigger balloon on. And again, we need to run the tape down all the way so that we can attach our string. And then we're going to put this one on here. But I thought it looked cute with another little bow on here. Okay, it makes our string just a little cuter. And I put that other one on and I didn't quite mean to yet. But that's okay. We can still do it. Okay, then let's trim those edges. Okay, we'll do it now before we put this one on. Well, did I forget to bring it over? I did. Or did I? It should be here somewhere. Well, I'll be darned. Okay, sorry about that. I am using our basic black marker, okay, and they changed the markers a little bit. You will see that the lids are a little bit shorter than they were. We still have a thick end, and this is on all of them, paintbrush type. And we still have a fine tip end, but it's not the same. It's a little bit bigger around, but it still gives you a nice, finer edge, but it doesn't dry up as easy. And then I decided to just, and I know you guys hate, some of you, when I do this good old country little look, give me some squiggle lines, and it just makes that white pop a little bit more. And I should have done it before I added that stuff, but it still works, as you can see. And it's not hard, you're just wiggling it a little bit. They will never look the same, and that's okay. Okay, and we're going to try to get underneath this. All right, let's put this one on right there. Okay, remember our strip is not glued down yet. See, doesn't that make that pop just a little bit more? Okay, so now we're going to go back on this one and we're going to do the same thing. Back in the day, before I did Stampin' Up, I did wood crafts, and I did a ton of this squiggle lines because it just gives you a nice little outline that helps make everything else pop a little bit, especially when you have the lighter colors like the lemon lolly. You know, black always makes the things pop a little bit. Okay. Adorable. Okay, but those are kind of plain now. We need a happy birthday. The front of our card says, I think it's time for a celebration. Happy birthday. Okay, so I just did 1 1/8 by 1 5/8, and then 1 1/4 by 1 3/4. And then it will fit right here on this one. Just like that. And then on this one, I cut some stars out, which are in the die set. So I got a lemon lolly and an Azure Afternoon. So we're going to go ahead and stick the Azure. Normally I would pop dot that or dimensional it, but we really can't when it's on the inside. Okay. Then let's add some little stitchy lines in here. Again, it just makes that lemon lolly kind of pop a little bit. And if you're not comfortable with making a squiggle, just do a straight line. See? Just like that. Okay, then we're going to attach that to this one. Look at how cute that is. All right, now it's time to assemble it in our card. So this time I'm putting adhesive kind of all over the blue on the ends. Okay, what am I seeing? A couple of comments. Oh, where's my mouse? Oh, good, Gian, I'm glad. Okay, now here you can adjust. You could put it way up here so that you have room down there to write. I'm going to bring it kind of like I did before, and I'm going to bring it down in here. And you're kind of lining the center score line up with the center of your card. It's the same width, so you're just going straight across. And then, oh, we forgot to decorate here. Look at this. Okay, let's make these so that they aren't quite so long. And they do curl kind of a little bit, so you don't want to get them too short. But we don't want them hanging over the bottom of our card either. Let's go a little bit shorter there. Okay, oops. So now we're going to grab some of, and these are awesome. It is the Tinsel Gems. This one's a 3-pack. Then there's also a 4-pack. And let's get my pick tool out here. We're going to grab some of the blues. Oh, come on. And we're just going to put one right there. And then we're going to put one right there. Again, I don't want to add them to the inside because it'll give me a little too much bulk. But, ta-da! Look at how adorable that is. Now, you want to see my sample. So we did kind of a pink girl one and kind of a blue boy one. Of course, it doesn't have to be, but like that. Or remember last week's, that is horizontal and like that. You just have to adjust the sizes of your pieces to be able to fit in between the score lines, okay? So that is our challenge template for May. Like I said, you have 16 days. Today's the 15th. You need to make a card and post pictures on my Stamp with Peggy Facebook group, the VIP group, and then you need to do that by the 31st of May. And then I will, in June, do a drawing of, make sure that you like and comment on everybody's. And then I put them into random name generator and pick the winner, so that one lucky person will get a $25 shopping spree. And like I said, if we get 20 participants, do it tonight, do it tomorrow, and get it posted right away. If we can hit 20, I will do 2 drawings, okay? So for now, you guys have a phenomenal week. Here is this month's host code again, okay? So that you don't miss out on some goodies. And then next week, I may not be live. I've got a time difference. I will be in Norway next Monday. So I don't know time-wise if I'll be able to, but I may try to get a video posted ahead of time so that it will show Monday night. Otherwise, you guys have a lovely week, and I will see you on Memorial Day. Okay? Bye-bye. Take care. See you all later.